Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm just going to wait a little bit to give people an opportunity to step in. As you do step in, before I officially open this presentation, this little offering today, go ahead and just close your eyes and allow yourself to land. Whatever you've been doing today, whether it is today live or whether it is today on a different day, just let yourself land. Start gathering your awareness around your body, where you put your attention. Your energy does follow. So take a moment to start gathering your energy, your awareness around you before I officially open up this presentation. As you're landing, as you're gathering, I do want to say thank you to Cindy for creating this incredible temple space for everyone, the Temple of the Rose, with this amazing Awakening the Divine Feminine Festival. If I messed up that title, I apologize. Get to know me. Take a few deep breaths and just really create space inside your temple, which is your physical body here on earth. And for whomever is watching, for whomever's here, I'm going to open this ceremony by lighting my candle. You can focus on that candle right now if you'd like. And I would like to read to you from Luke chapter 8, verses 16 through 17. No person, when they hath lighted a lamp, covereth it with a vessel, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a lampstand, that they who enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hidden that shall not be known and come to the light. In Matthew, we're told, in Matthew 6, verse 22, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. And that's where I'd like to open this presentation today. My name is Deb Livingston. My presentation today is called An Invitation to Find Balance. And the balance I invite you to find is that within yourself, that with your own energies, your male and female energy. And this is where the balance begins. Again, I want to thank Cindy for this incredible opportunity to meet so many amazing women that I've had the opportunity to both meet and watch their presentations. So it's really super fun to be part of this celebration. My name is Deb Livingston, and I have been walking the path of woo, as I like to say, for a super long time. My background is I got my start in the metaphysics. A lot of people get started with hypnosis because I'm also a hypnotist. But I grew up in a small town in New England as a wide open psychic. I had no language for what I was experiencing. I was always seeing spirits jumping in and out of people's bodies. I was always seeing energies around, but there was no language to explain what I was going through. So I was just eccentric. I was precocious. I was always asking questions. Basically, I didn't know how to relate to what was going on around me. I also grew up in alcoholism, so I had a lot of layers of being growing up in that environment where don't speak up, don't rock the boat. So there's a lot of different energies that I was dealing with as this little kid. My life landed me out in Berkeley, California after some traveling, where I decided to start going to college. I took a few years off after high school and started college at Mills College out in Oakland, California, because I was going to be a dancer. My background was in modern dance. I was also a political activist at the time, and I was taking dance classes at Mills College, and the sun always shone at Mills College, and nobody at Mills College at the time would do a fasting day to help all the starving people in the world. So it was a very different environment for me. I did not grow up in money. I grew up on welfare. So seeing all these opulent people was a whole different mindset. One that I never felt like I belonged in. My whole background, I never felt like I belonged based on how much I was feeling of everything going on around me. While I was in college in 1979, I had my first psychic reading at the Berkeley Psychic Institute, and that changed the trajectory, how they say, the path of my life got changed after that first psychic reading. These readers told me everything about myself that nobody could possibly know out in Berkeley, California, when I grew up in a very small town, Guilford, Connecticut. So that had my interest. How do you know these things about me? Then I got very curious. I went to a female healing clinic. Now, mind you, these words were very foreign to me. I didn't really have a lot of information because I was all new to this. So in the female healing clinic, I went because I didn't have a menstrual cycle for a long, long time. The doctors always said, it's because you're a dancer. You're so athletic. It's just how your body functions. That didn't really make sense to me, but I just went along with it. So in this female healing clinic, the reader said, well, we see your dad and his mom sitting on your right ovary, and we see your mom and her mom sitting on your left ovary. And I start going like this, like, I see nothing. And they said, well, it's all energy. And your dad and her mom, and your mom and her mother, there's a war over whose family programming you're going to honor in your body, dad's or mom's. I still didn't know what this meant. They said, would you like healing work? I said, sure, not knowing what that meant. And they started releasing the energy. The next day, I got my period, and I was like, wow, maybe there's something to this energy work. Long story short, after a few months of taking some classes at the Berkeley Psychic Institute, I decided that being a dancer and a political activist really wasn't my path, because I really had been a searcher for spirituality many years before that. So I dropped out of college and took some time to think about it and went back to California to do my deep dive in the metaphysical training under the direct lineage of Louis Bostwick from the Berkeley Psychic Institute. And that's where I got my start. I was ordained as a minister, not at the Berkeley Psychic Institute, but at a school that was a direct offshoot from BPI. Within my tenant as a minister, I was assistant pastor of the church. I held the office of bishop of the church for many years. I was there for 30 years of my life. We offered church services to help people wake up to who they are as a spiritual being in their body. And that's what I offer everybody here today. Most of you probably already know this, but guess what? Wakey, wakey, you're not that body. You're the spiritual being that gives your body its life and its animation. So for 30-something years in this organization, I was in the role of bishop, teaching metaphysics, teaching how to decode the Bible using Emanuel Swedenborg, using science of mind. I co-facilitated a Course in Miracles class for 15 plus years where we used hypnosis as a learning enhancement to bypass the critical factor of the conscious mind that I call the doubting Thomas, that wants to, is this real? I can't see the energy. That's all the doubt. So hypnosis helps to bypass the doubt to enable us to have a more pure experience in the body as a spiritual being. So we were using hypnosis. We were writing scripts for each week of the lessons in Course in Miracles to help people have a deeper inner experience. So I was doing a lot, but I realized afterwards it was under the patriarchal lineage of Jesus. I hadn't been introduced to the divine feminine yet. So for 30-something years, I was involved in this church, guiding people, waking people up to who they were as a spirit in the body, became certified in hypnosis, became a board-certified trainer and instructor with the National Guild of Hypnotists. And I was just having a good time, waking people up and helping them uncover their blocks that were preventing them from living the life of their dreams. And then the universe said, guess what? It's time for you to change, and you're not doing anything about it, so we will, pull the rug out from under me. And I left the organization that I spent 30 years of my life at. I had raised my kids there, and I thought, what am I going to do now? So I went into deep meditation. I prayed a lot, which is more whining. Please, please, please help me. And after 2 months of leaving this organization, the name dropped in during meditation, Healed Heart Hypnosis and Intuitive Awakenings. Because it's very difficult to move forward if we have pain in our heart, and we can't fully come into the body if there's fear or pain. So I created my own practice, and I haven't looked back since. I closed the Bible and sort of walked away from not the spirituality, but the type of serving I had been doing, because I was burned, basically, by the organization where I was at, by both the pastor and some of the other women that were there. So it was a good place for me to get a lot of life lessons. But my passion to help people never went away. So I invite you all right now to stop wherever you are, listening to me, and just close your eyes for a moment. Take a gentle breath into your body and just sort of say hello within yourself to whatever your personal journey is, whatever may have inspired you to drop in and listen to this video here today. For those of you that are listening, open your eyes and type into the chat, where you're listening to me from. I'm talking to you from the beautiful state of Maine in the United States. Where are you? And with anything that I'm saying, if you have a question, type it in the chat room and I'll see it, and then I'll answer it afterwards. Okay, now close your eyes again. And just start bringing your awareness back around your body. That is the true church on the planet. Your body is your temple here on earth. As you're breathing into the body, we're not trying to change anything. It's just a subtle acknowledgement. What are you experiencing? Have you had a hard day? Do you feel out of balance? Do you feel like you're a spiritual person who just can't seem to get it together? These are all the different energies that we go through in a day. When I left the organization where I spent 30-something years of my life and I went on my own, I was still serving because that's what I wanted to do since I was a child. I knew somehow I wanted to serve. I was raised Catholic. On my first communion, I went to the sister. I said, I know what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a nun. And she scurried me to my seat, sat me down, and said, oh, Blessed Father and Mother, please find a better occupation for this child. So in a way, I felt like I've been rejected by religion my entire life. My mom was kicked out of the Catholic Church because she was getting a divorce, and that was a big no-no. So I went from the Catholic Church to all the other different denominations in my hometown, trying to find something that worked for me. I got kicked out of the Baptist church because I faked speaking in tongues because I wanted to belong so badly. So my whole journey was about wanting to belong, which you can really extract it down to. I wasn't comfortable in my body. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. I wasn't comfortable with who I was, because all I was being told, whether it was in my church, whatnot, that I had to do something to change. I had to do something to make myself a better person. I am going to be speaking into finding balance. That's what this presentation is all about. So because I have a deep, deep, passionate, in the heart love for Jesus, for the Christ consciousness, now it's just Yeshua, because that's my bro. My deep dive has been in the Gnostic teachings. I realized that it was all with the patriarch idea of religion. And again, the word religion stems from the Latin word relinco, which means to relink. You are relinking to a lifestyle. In my teaching, we're relinking into our body, which is the church on the planet, the house we chose to be in. So my journey took me from having my own private practice in Berkeley, California for many years, healed heart hypnosis and intuitive awakening. This thing called a pandemic hit the world, and my COVID silver lining was I moved my entire practice online, both my hypnosis trainings, my metaphysical trainings, and all my offerings, and everybody followed me. So I got to come home to New England, which is where my heart has always been. And so now I'm back at my home vibration in New England, offering everything that I was offering in California to people here and online. And it was while I was here, sitting with my rosaries, not as a Catholic, but just to get that dedication back within myself, because I've never stepped away from my spiritual beliefs, the Mother started visiting me. And the words, the saying from the gospel came to me, this is Jesus speaking, if I stay, you only have me. But if I leave, I'll send the Comforter unto you, and the Comfort will comfort you. And I was thinking, wait a minute, who is the Comforter? Not Dad, because Dad's the discipline. Dad is the one that wants to do things right. Mom is the one who comforts. And that's when my brain started doing these little flip-flops over divine feminine and the masculine, patriarchal, and all those different words that are going around society now. And I was saying that would be the mother energy. So that's when I started my deeper dive back into the Gnostic teachings, because that's where I spent most of my life, teaching the original teachings of Christ as the Essene. So I went back into my world, deeper dive, and started really reopening all the scriptures I'd read for so many years, teaching Bible for so many years, but from the feminine point of view. And what I've discovered within myself is that Yeshua was always directing us back to the mother. Because even in my patriarchal lineage, I always believed that the father is really a word divided in two. Fat her. Father, F-A-T, line, H-E-R. Who is the fatter is the pregnant one, the divine feminine. So the universe truly is one verse. The universe truly is one consciousness with both male and female polarity on it. So whether you are in alignment with the God patriarch view or the goddess female view, divine feminine, it's all one and the same. It's just a matter of where do you relate the most. I am not about changing people's belief systems. Everybody is here for their own divine reason. What I do in my practice, whether it is hypnosis or my intuitive psychic reading work, is I'm a shepherd. I simply help guide spirit back into their body. Think of having a glass of water. If you put your hand into the glass, the water is going to spill out. So as I guide spirit back into their body, as you're coming into your body, all that which isn't yours, whether it's foreign energy, old beliefs, old experiences, everything that no longer serves you positivity is going to get displaced and released. So that's what I do. I help guide people into their body because all your information is in your body. Even in the Bible, in Corinthians, where it talks about spiritual gifts and talents, those are your psychic gifts that you were born with. Everybody was born with psychic awareness. The word psychic means pertaining to your soul. So this is all about finding balance, and that's what we're going to start doing in just a few moments. But close your eyes again, please. And just within yourself, what are the memories that come up for you? What has been your spiritual journey if you're on one at all? And it's okay if you're not. Everybody's here for different reasons. Do you have anger towards a particular church or denomination? Do you have curiosity? At the metaphysical church that I was at, we studied most of the main worldly religions. We'd go to the different services, including synagogues, so that when people came to our church, we could understand the pictures, the belief systems that they got stuck on, to help them get unstuck so they could understand what it is that they're doing if they choose to go back to their own church. If you're familiar with the Bible, Paul was yelling at the Corinthians one day because they were eating and drinking unworthily. And this is where communion comes in. And this is when we've all been fed the big old fat lie that we need to have a man or a woman to confess our sins to so we can take the white wafer into our mouth and be one with God. And I think that's one of the biggest disservice lies on the planet because it's your spiritual right. It's your spiritual birthright to have your own personal connection to Source. So when Paul was yelling at the Corinthians saying you're eating and drinking unworthily, he didn't mean you're not worthy to take this wafer unless it's been blessed and you've been absolved by a man. What he meant was, people, wake up. You don't have your awareness on. Yes, you're eating, you're drinking, you're having fun, but you're forgetting who your source is. Go back to where I said earlier, Jesus was born into the community of the Essenes. The Essenes were a very peaceful, loving community of people, and everything they did was in worship. Everything they did was in communion. Communion simply means to bless and be at one with whatever your source you're communing with. If you're having food, bless the food, be one with it. If you're washing dishes, bless them, be one with it. So everything was communion. So Paul was simply saying, have your mind on. Don't get lazy. Just remember who your source is. And then, of course, history and all that has converted it into everything we're looking at today. So I don't want to do a deep dive into that, but this is really where I started my journey with. And then the mother and the mother influences started coming to me more and more. I did do some work with, oh, I'm really sorry, I always forget her name, Marguerite Rigolotto, I believe, when she has a book on the Mother Mary, and I started listening to her work and doing that, and that really helped me bring into alignment. And everything that I've learned about the Divine Feminine, Sophia, Mary's, totally validates everything I learned from the original teachings of Louis Bostwick. And yes, that's a male, but he was genius with what he channeled and brought down as the teachings that he brought forth onto this planet. In this pure form. I don't mean how graduates have taken it and changed it. I'm not talking about angry graduates, they couldn't get the information to work. I'm talking about the pure information that he brought onto the planet totally validates everything that I'm learning with the Divine Feminine, including our sacred womb chakra. Close your eyes again, please, and I'm giving a lot of information. Let's start getting balanced, shall we? Again, I'm not here to say what you should believe in, whom you should subscribe in. I'm simply saying that you have your own personal connection with the God or goddess of your heart and your own version of source. And that the information comes spirit down in the body. We don't want to have our bodies try to be spiritual. Bodies get really angry and cranky when we try to make them spiritual. Our bodies are created to do certain things. Our bodies are programmed to eat, sleep, eliminate, breathe, and procreate. When we try to make the body spiritual, it gets angry. It's spirit to body. We come down into our body. So with your eyes closed now, I invite you to take a gentle breath of air into your body. And as you exhale, just say hello to Mama Earth beneath you. Say hello to Mother Planet, Mother Earth. Tap your feet on the floor. Touch your body. Say hello to your body. Let your body feel real. We spend so much of our day spaced out. And I will be wrapping this talk up with, is Goddess in your business if you're a spiritual person? If not, why not? But right now, bring your awareness around your body. Touch your body if you feel like you haven't felt it for a while. And with your eyes closed, I'm going to do a very quick hello body scan. Because where you put your attention, your energy follows. And again, if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat room. I'll go back and see them afterwards. Let me have a word if a realization is coming to you throughout any of this process. Bring your awareness to your head, down to your face, your neck and shoulders. If your shoulders are hiked up around your ears, you might be carrying some tension. Let your shoulders sag a little bit. Glide your awareness down to your hands and your fingertips. Allow your hands to be resting palms upward in your lap. That represents the act of receiving. Your torso, front and back, your sides, from your armpits down the side of your torso to your hips. Say hello to your two butt cheeks that you're sitting on right now. Your pelvis floor, your thighs to your knees, and then all the way down your legs to your feet, from your toes back to your heels. Hello, body. With your eyes closed now, just be aware of whatever you're experiencing with your body right now. Without trying to change anything, what are you feeling in your body? Is there tension? What's the emotions that you're running through you? What is that motor force of energy that you're tapping into right now? Shift your awareness to what can you hear right now in the environment around you. Are you playing music in your background? Is there traffic outside? Are you out in nature and you hear the birds? Just notice what you're hearing. And now shift your awareness again a little bit more within. What are you smelling in your environment? Are you burning incense or diffusing oil? Is there cooking going on where you are and you're smelling food? Not changing anything, just bringing our awareness to. Now I invite you to take a giant step back. Because if you're stepping back behind your eyes, and then close your eyes again. So it's called bringing your attention behind your forehead. So you're resting right behind your eyes. And this is where you, the spirit, are senior in your body. And it's like being in the driver's seat of a car. You wouldn't drive your car from the back seat. You want to drive your car right behind the steering wheel. So as a spiritual being, this is when you are centered. So again, please bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your two hands, which are palms upward, resting on your lap. And just start noticing what you're experiencing. As you bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your two hands. With your eyes closed, this is a very powerful but simple centering exercise. This exercise will help to start center you in and around your body, your temple here on earth. As you bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your hands. And just feel the energy. Notice any subtle shifts or changes that are happening inside your personal space. This is where I get to sound California. Your personal space is everything from the inner marrow of your bones to the outer edge of your aura. So everything you're doing, that's your personal ecology. And all the work that I do when I help people ground, run energy, and blow roses is simply helping them keep their own personal environment, their own ecology clear. So with your eyes closed, bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your two hands. I also call this a meditation triangle. If you want to image a pyramid, the tip of the pyramid is at your brow, and the base, the 2 points are at the palm of your hand. So this is a meditation triangle to help keep you centered around your body. Notice what you're feeling. A spiritual being won't go home into their body if there's fear or pain. So how do we get rid of fear or pain? I'm going to show you. With your eyes closed, bring your attention behind your forehead, and now I'd like you to extend your awareness to include your first chakra. For female bodies, our first chakra is located between the ovaries. Whether you still have ovaries or not, the energy is still there. The first chakra is the root chakra. It has all the information on survival, how you're going to take care of yourself as a spiritual being living life in a body. We're dealing with intelligence. Anytime you stepped into doing any kind of energy work, in whatever capacity it is, with whatever fabulous offerings everyone here does, you're now dealing with intelligence. And because you're dealing with your personal body and the energy around you, you are the head, you're senior over all the other energies around you. So if you don't know exactly where your ovaries are located, if you don't know exactly where your first chakra is, just send a little hello down to that area of your body, and it will, what I call, light up, become known to you. So again, bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your first chakra. You don't want to be down in your first chakra. You still want you to have your awareness behind your forehead. You're just extending your awareness. From your first chakra, I would like you to create a line of energy that extends from your first chakra, and it just goes all the way down, like a little laser beam, down through your chair that you're in right now, down to the house or the building that you're in, down to the earth, and all the way down to the center of the planet. Just imagine this line of energy. You can postulate, which is the highest form of creation. This line of energy is extending from your first chakra all the way down to the center of the earth. Take a deep breath into that. This line of energy that you've just created is called your grounding cord. A grounding cord is an energy connection that helps your body feel safe and connected to the planet. When your body feels safe and connected to the planet, you, the spiritual being, feel safe to come home into your body, which is where all of your gifts, all of your talents, and all of your information resides. So again, take a gentle breath of air into your body and say hello to your grounding cord that you've just created. It can look like anything you want it to look like. I personally like a redwood tree trunk, big, sturdy tree trunk down to the center of the earth with the roots just going out, or A sacred oak tree is my other favorite. It's just like electricity with wires. If you have a wire that's not grounded, the electricity is going to be snapping all over the place. Your aura, your energy snaps and flies all over the place when you're not grounded. So by grounding your body, as you've just done, you've just brought your aura, your energy closer around you. So again, from the area behind your forehead, just say hello to your grounding cord, the line of energy you've just created. Second step, allow your grounding cord to expand to be as wide as your hips, all the way down to the center of the earth. And again, we don't have to remember what's the layers of the earth. I forget my science class. You can postulate, which is the highest form of creation, that your grounding cord is firmly connected at your first chakra, and it just goes all the way down to the center of the planet where it's connected down there. And now I want you to just feel your body being grounded. Your body's going to just be grounded with this grounding cord that's as wide as your hips now. This is how we make a nice, strong foundation for our body. Say hello to gravity. Allow gravity to work with this grounding. Let your body start feeling a little bit heavier. Energy is mass. By grounding your body, you've just brought your energy closer around you. So now you have more density of energy. So that's more of your own life force essence, which is what you need to manifest all the juicy, yummy things that you're creating here on Earth. When our energy's out there, like cotton candy, it's hard to manifest. So now you're bringing your creative energy back in and around your body. Let your legs be grounded. Let your pelvis area be grounded. Just let it ease into this grounding cord that you've just created. Feel your torso being grounded. Notice how your shoulders want to sag. If you want to hang your hands to the side of you for a little bit, let your arms hang. Feel the groundedness in your arms and hands. All the way up to your neck, your head. Your body's grounded. As you bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your two hands. Third step with grounding. We've created a nice, strong foundation so your body feels safe. We also use our grounding cord as a tool for releasing and letting go of energies that either don't belong to us or no longer serve us positivity. So now I'd like you to imagine, allow, postulate that your grounding cord is hollow on the inside. Still as wide as your hips, still sturdy and strong with whatever image you have for your grounding cord, but now it's hollow on the inside from your first chakra all the way down to the center of the earth. And this is how we start letting go and moving our energies into balance. With your eyes closed, I invite you to take a gentle breath of air into your body. And as you exhale, just allow your whole day so far to drain down your grounding cord. Whatever time of day it is for you, whatever day it is that you're listening to this recording, just let your day so far, just release it down your grounding cord. Just let it go. As you bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your hands. Part of psychic awareness is noticing the differences. So as you're beginning to release energies that don't belong to you, start noticing whatever subtle shifts that you're beginning to experience inside yourself. Any place that you're feeling out of balance in your personal life, on a financial level, let's start releasing any place that you're feeling out of balance on a survival financial level. Just start releasing that down the grounding cord. The beautiful thing about moving into the energy realms of work is that we don't always have to know exactly where these energies came from. We can release them and let them go, because you're working at the level of cause versus the level of effect. So postulate right now that anything causing you to be out of balance within yourself is just draining down that grounding cord, whatever that means to you on a financial level. All that survival energy. Just let it go. Are you dealing with any health issues right now? Allow any health challenges just to drain down your grounding cord because you're creating space. When we have a problem, we have a situation, if your eyes are closed, open them up for a minute, and it's like this, I can't find the answer, I can't see the solution. Well, you got to lift the book off your face and have some perspective from it. That's what grounding does. We release the energy of the situations down the grounding cord, and that creates space for us to have a clearer perspective of how we choose to move forward in these certain situations. Let me hear a big ta-da, people. Ta-da. You got to have fun with this stuff. You can't get really serious because that's when the energy gets heavy. We don't want heavy energy. We want our energy light and vivacious. Take a deep breath. All the past religious work that you've already done in your life, whether you were raised in a certain denomination, whether you have anger toward religion, whatever it is, let it go down your grounding cord. It's not who you are. So release any kind of feeling out of balance on a religious, spiritual level. Can you let that energy go down that grounding cord now? I know there's got to be at least one woman in here, because I can feel the energy now, the imposter syndrome. How many of you incredible healers feel like you're still the imposter trying to do good work in the world? Release the imposter syndrome energy down the grounding cord. And again, any way that you want to release it, I like to pretend there's a plug at the center of the earth, and I pull the plug, and like a bathtub, it all drains down. Some people like to pretend they're flushing a toilet. Some people imagine they're taking garbage bags and just dropping them down a garbage chute. Whatever works for you, energy is intelligence. So you're simply directing energies you no longer want to hold on to down your grounding cord. You can release people down your grounding cord. If you work with clients, you don't want to go home with your client's energy, which is your client's problem. So what you do is you release your clients down the grounding cord after each session, whatever your offerings are. It does not hurt the person. Energy goes back to its original source. So if you are an individual who has clients that you see every day, imagine right now you're releasing your client or clients down the grounding cord. And this is how you're going to keep your space more clear. This is how you're going to stay more present with all the offerings that you're doing with people. You'll be able to hold space with more integrity within yourself and for each person that you're working with. So again, with your eyes closed, bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your hands, and just release client energy down the grounding cord. Now, here's where it's going to be fun. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. The universe is one. Whether it's God, Goddess, it's one consciousness with two sides, two polarities. So let's start by saying hello to the moms of your body, whoever your body was birthed from, whether you were raised with that particular bio mom or not. Just say hello to the individual who helped create your physical body and release your energy down the grounding cord. It isn't going to hurt mom, no matter what your feelings are, whether it's uncomfortable feelings, let it go down the grounding cord. You can even pretend it's a slide. Just slide mom down the grounding cord. Again, it doesn't hurt people. They're going to get their energy back from you. You might get a text. You might get a phone call. You might get an email from people whose energies you've released because they're going to get it back going, I wonder what so-and-so's doing. That happens to me all the time. Now, because we want to be balanced, right? An invitation to find balance. Say hello to your dad of your body and start releasing all dad's energy down the grounding cord. Just let it go. Has nothing to do with the relationship that you had with mom or dad. However, the relationship that you had with your mom and dad of your body might have something to do with the relationship you have with God or Goddess right now in your life. I'm just going to put out there as a little perhaps. So now what I'd like you to do is release all your version and information of God, male. Just release all that information down your grounding cord. Just let it go. Doesn't matter who you learned it from, who you believe in, what denomination you were raised in, if any. Even if you're still in a denomination, this is not about that. It's about honoring your own connection in whatever community you feel you're getting your spiritual nourishment from. And now, again, for balance, release all your information on Divine Feminine Goddess down the grounding cord. Let's let it go. You won't release anything that belongs to you, but you're letting go of other people's information, including mine. We're going to send me down the grounding cord too in a minute. You're releasing other people's information because the whole idea is learning how to get into your body to tap into your own information for you. Take a deep breath of air into your body. Bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your two hands. And simply be. Nobody needs anything right now. Nobody wants anything. Just bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to your two hands and just say hello to your own inner rhythm, your own inner balance. The whole idea of the Course in Miracles is to pull our emotional attachments out of things in the world. It doesn't mean that we can't enjoy buying things. It doesn't mean we can't enjoy being with things, but none of these things move me. That chair means nothing. That table means nothing. What it means is we don't have our emotions trapped up in those things. So again, whatever you think is owning you in your life that you don't want to own you, whether my house is owning me, I can't do anything I want, whatever it is, that's a horrible example, but release it down your grounding cord. Let go of the energy. This is how you stay free, people. And now, fabulous ladies that are watching this now, I want you to start rubbing your hands together. And I want you to start bringing your awareness out. I'm going to kind of move my camera a little bit to my belly, because we have a first chakra that's located a little bit between our ovaries. Our second chakra is located a little bit below our belly button. But then we have, because we had our female bodies, we have our sacred womb chakra. I'm terrible at official names, and there's an official name for it, but it's already left my head. So it's our sacred womb chakra. This is what I want you to tune into. Rub your hands together to get your energy running now that your body's grounded. And just start bringing it out in front of you about 12 or 13 inches, wherever you can, and start gathering this energy in and around, I'm going to move my camera again, this part of your body. Because this is where that sacred, I call this whole area a cauldron. So this is where all creation is birthed from. I want you to feel the energy of your sacred womb chakra. That was an attractive shot. But feel the energy, because it's there. And this is how you start gathering your powerful female energy around your body for you. So feel this energy. You're going to start feeling it, right? And then we have a female channel for our female creative energy that runs up the front of our body, out the top of our head, and then sprays or flows around us like a fountain. So with your eyes closed, I invite you to feel this powerful energy right at your whole cauldron, fabulous sacred womb chakra area. And now let it flow up that channel. Just see this energy flowing up your channel. If you want to use your hands, you can use your hands. Just let it flow, because your body's grounded. And you can let this little cauldron energy have a grounding cord on it as well, so we can ground this powerful, powerful energy. And that's why you chose to have a female body this lifetime. You as a spiritual being chose to have a female body. And I'm sure you've had many lifetimes with female bodies, but you chose to have a female body this lifetime to learn how to harness the most powerful energy on the planet, and that is the creative female energy. Our bodies create life. That gives us a whole different set of energy that we have access to that male bodies don't. It's not an us against them, it's just a biological thing. Because we have the ability to create babies, our energy runs higher. Female energy runs at 140 volts on a good day. You know, this is where you can run energy really high. On our menstrual cycle, the energy goes up to about 160, 180 volts of energy. And when we're pregnant, with that pregnant glow, because we're creating life inside of us, the female energy runs at 200 volts of energy. That's where that glow comes from. Oftentimes, postpartum depression is because once the baby's born, the energy goes down so fast that women experience a depression. But it's the energy coming down at such a rapid pace after being up so high creating. Male bodies, because they don't have this whole creative force, body parts inside of them, Their energy runs at 40 volts, give or take, on any day. So think of a ladder. We're up at 140 volts. The guys are down at 40 volts, and we're trying to talk to them. Blah, 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 blah. They can't hear us. So it's a matter of learning how to just come down, lower our energy a little bit for clearer communication. That's a whole separate lecture, but I just want to let you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with power, ladies, and that power is yours, and it belongs in and around your body. It doesn't belong out in the universe. It doesn't belong in your clients. It doesn't belong in your partner. It belongs to you, your energy, your body. So again, with your eyes closed, feel this powerful energy, your female energy, grounded now, flowing up the front of your body and then cleansing your aura all around you, because it's your energy flowing through your aura. And just say hello to that space. And this is how we start finding balance. Say hello to your ovaries. I call them the little collection dishes, because this is where energy lands on our ovaries, little eyes of the body. Our clairsentience is in this whole second chakra area, clear feeling. For all you healers out there, a lot of you heal by taking on the energy of the people you're healing. They feel great, but you're walking around with all their I feel cruddy energy. You don't want to do that. Send it down your grounding cord. So again, release anything that's coming up, even while I'm talking. If you've gone off on thought, bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your hands. And start letting go. Release effort. Release shame or guilt for anything you've done in your life as a woman that you feel you made a mistake or you feel wasn't right. Release that down the grounding cord, because you've never made a mistake in your life. Everything has been a stepping stone on your personal path of growth and unfoldment this lifetime. So send shame down that grounding cord right now. And while we're sitting and you're grounded, let's talk about your business. How many of you that are listening to me right now have your own business? You're giving offerings to people, whether you're healers or whatever modality that you're doing, but you call yourself a spiritual person. So as you bring your attention behind your forehead, extend your awareness to include your hands. Now I invite you to think about your business, if it has a name, whatever it is that you do for your offerings. And just how much of Goddess, how much of that energy is welcome in your business container? I'm just putting that out there as a question. We're going to end this little process right now, because every time you've been grounding and releasing energy, you've opened up space inside your personal container. Mother Nature pours a vacuum and she will fill you up with something. So it's very important to fill yourself back up with your own energy first. So to do that, with your eyes closed, please imagine over your head a beautiful golden sun. This golden sun is filled with and represents your highest creative essence and your present time growth vibration, which is all of your energy cleansed and brought back into the present time of now. See a lot of validation in the sun for all the good work that you are doing on this planet this lifetime. And see permission in the sun for you to always love yourself first as you continue to do your serving and offerings to other people. Permission to love yourself. And now allow the sun to start pouring into your body. It's just going to start coming into, filling up your head. It's going to start splashing through all your chakras, filling up your torso, down your arms, out your hands, into the aura, down your legs, out your feet, into your aura. As if you're in the middle of your own beautiful golden orb, your own energy cleansed, brought back into present time, balanced right now. When you get a sense of being all filled up, I'd like you to bend over at your waist and you shake out your head and the hands a little bit. That releases any excess energy. And now when you sit up, bring the palms of your hands together. And this balances your male and female energy out in your body. Looks like we're praying, but this is how we balance our energy. So by grounding your body, as you just did, by releasing energies that don't belong to you, and I encourage you to go back and listen to this recording again and use grounding as a tool. I've been grounding literally every day since 1979, and it's part of this trifecta of tools that I use that have gotten me through every major upheaval in my life. I think I'm on my 4th incarnation this lifetime now. But the tools are what keep me going. The tools are going to help you create better boundaries between you and your clients. And this is also the work of whether you really want to go in the I can't even talk anymore. The Sophia teaching, which is wisdom, which is that Christ consciousness. Sophia is that original Christ consciousness. There's no separation in divine mind. That wisdom that flows through you, that's how you get in touch with your wisdom. Your crown chakra, number 7, is your knowingness. It's how you download your truth, your information down into your body and out into your world. So as you say hello to your personal connection, say hello to that Sophia energy within you. Whoever it is that you believe in, whether it's Yeshua, say hello to Yeshua, say hello to Mary, just say hello. And that's how you're going to activate the cells inside of you. I believe in spiritual psychic kindergarten. It doesn't have to be complicated. The more simple, the more powerful, and the more direct. Which brings us to topic number 2, putting Goddess back into your business. First of all, any questions, please put them in the chat room and I'll get back to the questions. Before I step into talking about this next little topic, I have a couple of offerings that I'd like to offer. That's why we call them offerings. If you're interested, I have a video called the Forgiveness Exercise, and it's a technique that I've been teaching since the, 70s, 80s on forgiveness exercise, because forgiveness is really important. Whether you want to forgive people or it's really all about ourselves, but to get that forgiveness energy flowing. So that's a free video that if you'd like, just put your thing in the chat room saying, free video, please. And because I am a psychic reader by profession, I was trained as a professional reader before I became a hypnotist, I'm offering a business relationship reading. You're in a relationship with your business. You created your business. So I take a look at your business space and your energy and how you're using it. Then I take a look at the business, the entity that you've created, which is your business, your practice, and I take a look at that energy. Then I take a look at the contract between you and your business and what the agreement is, why you have this business here. And when I do this work, now I'm going my Gemini brain. So that's what I'm offering is an hour or so, usually a little more than an hour business reading. I take a look at all those energies. I do healing work, which is helping you to release the energies that are acting as blocks. And you get to ask questions in the reading. The reading is recorded so you can hear the information again. That is another offering that I'm offering. In my regular practice, those readings are $250, but if anybody wants to have an experience with me, it's only $97. For those of you that don't know me, understand, why am I going to want to do that? I'll put my website and all that in so you can get to know me a little bit better. But I have been doing this work since 1981, which is when I was ordained, or 83. And I just love saying hello to Spirit. When I do the business relationship readings with spiritual people, guess what I don't see? I don't see Goddess in the business. I don't see God in the business. Because here's what I hear. Oh my God, the market is going down. Nobody wants to pay money for my services. Oh my goodness, I don't have any clients today. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Lack and limitation. So where's the Goddess? Where's God there? What happens is we are all spiritual, and I've done this too, so it's not just, look what other people do. I'm talking about myself as well. We're all spiritual, all this and that, and our people step in to see us, and we're all into whatever our modality is, and then they leave and we go back to the world again. Oh my God, I got to pay my bills. Oh my God, how am I going to make my rent? So it's a matter of letting God into your business container as well. And let me show you how to do that. I'd like you to close your eyes again. And you're already grounded because we've created a grounding cord. If you're just stepping in, go back to the beginning and you'll get grounded. But say hello to that grounding cord. Say hello to the connection that you have with your body. And now I want you to say hello to your private practice, your business, whatever it is that you're doing. Whether you're a presenter in this incredible container, whether you're just stepping in, hearing what all these wonderful wisdom, wise women have to share. What is your practice? What is it that you're here to do? And how much faith do you have that the universe is really going to take care of you? Remember, faith, the evidence of things hoped for but have yet unseen. We picture in our mind that we have it exactly as we want. And then we don't worry about what our eyes see. We all know about the law of attraction. We're put out and then it comes back to us. So we already know about thinking positive thoughts, so that the universe sends us positive experiences. but you can also have that energy in your practice as well. So, a couple of little hacks, Debbie hacks. If you're having a challenging time in your business, we all do, and somebody says, hey, how's your practice going? How's that new business going? You don't need to say, oh my God, it's really hard. You don't have to say that, because misery not only loves company, it seriously demands it. Other people are going to start projecting hardship on you. Oh yeah, that business isn't going to work. That was that new age stuff. I didn't think that would work. You don't want people doing that to your container, to your practice. So if people are asking you about how your business is doing and maybe it's not right where you want it, just say, it's unfolding. My business is unfolding. That's one way that you can sort of bypass that energy. Here's how an exercise I'm going to guide you through right now to really get your energy, that universal flow into your practice. Close your eyes again, people. Say hello to your body being grounded. Just by grounding your body, you brought your aura close around you, but allow your aura to be about 12 inches around you, all around your body, including underneath you and behind you. And out in front of you, I want you to see an image of your business. If it has a logo, see the logo. If you go to a building, see the building. Whatever picture, mental image picture you can have in front of you that represents your business. Ground your business. Even you can pretend that you're creating a picture, you're just drawing a picture of a grounding cord on your business, but just pretend that you're doing that as you create a grounding cord on your business right now. I just realized there's a real crash course in metaphysics that we're having today. Quantum physics and metaphysics. And right now, just allow that grounding cord to be hollow, just like we did with your body grounding cord. And postulate you're pulling the plug. And any stale energy, stuck energy, survival, lack, limitation energy, other people's energy in your business container is now draining down the grounding cord. Because it's your business. Unless you're in practice with somebody else, and it's their business too. But this is your offering. This is your container. And then, just like you did with your body, once you see that business sort of drained of whatever energy, and you can even direct certain, maybe you had a client that was difficult, you can specifically release that client's energy out of the building of wherever your practice is. Even in your room of Zoom, if you only work on Zoom, you can still drain that Zoom space. I do that all the time with mine. Once you see this image picture of your business being grounded with like clear, and the way I sort of describe it for myself is I wait until I see my business container as like a clear glass, etched glass where there's no color in it. That's just what works for me. Now you want to see that golden sun over the picture of your business. Because this golden sun just doesn't randomly come from any place. It is connected to source. This sun is connected to God, Goddess. It is connected to universal consciousness. That's what it represents. And see the sun filled with your offering. See this filled with everything you are doing your business for in a positive way, but with Goddess's energy right there in the sun. And now bring the sun down into that picture of your business. And just imagine the sun moving through the entire, everything with your file cabinets, with client folders, whatever it is, just see the sun saturating everything. Knowing that this is directly connected to source. Whether you want to say Goddess, whether you want to say God, whether you want to say Christ consciousness, want to say Sophia, whatever it is, it's source. Just see this universal energy flowing down now. This golden sun moving right into the container of your business. And it's just that flow now because you've grounded your business. And now the energy is going to start flowing in your space and in the space of your business. And then again, you sort of shake on out and bring your hands together to balance your energy out. And that's how we bring Goddess back into the container of our business. Yes, we're spiritual people. Yes, we still go through the problems that we have, life in a body. But we don't have to go into freak out mode. We don't have to go into overwhelm with our practice. And that's also what I do as a business coach. I do a lot of work with alternative practitioners in the metaphysical, other healing art world to help them get their businesses up and running, to help them say, I have a spiritual business and the spirit is in there. And that's what's missing in a lot of these spiritual practices, is spirit's not there. because people get stuck in the survival of running a business. So this is how we find balance in our body with our male and female energies. You've learned how to bring your female energy closer. You grounded your sacred room chakra and you ran your female energy up your body. Then you filled up with your own energy cleansed. So now you're in your own sacred space, your sacred container. Everything from the inner marrow of your bones, the outer edge of your aura. You grounded and said hello to the sacred space of your business, whatever your practice is, and you allowed universal consciousness energy to flow through your business, to drain away anything that would block you from being successful. Any other people's energy that might be jealous of you, you've cleansed all that as well. So that's the time that we have here today. Before we end, I invite you one more time to close your eyes. Bring your attention behind your forehead. Extend your awareness to include your hands. Say hello to the grounding cord that you created. And now release any of my energy. Maybe I said something that kind of annoyed you. That wouldn't surprise me. I do that a lot unintentionally. Send me down the grounding cord. Any of my energy that might have gotten into your space, anything I said that you didn't really like, it's okay. I'm just here presenting. I'm not here to try to change anybody. But again, just let it go. One more time, so that beautiful golden sun over your head with all of your energy cleansed and brought back into present time, and just flush yourself with gold. That's how you bring yourself into alignment as you say hello to your own personal connection with Father, Mother, God, Goddess, your connection with the God of your heart, as a spiritual being living life in a body. Again, my name is Debbie Livingston. I am located in the beautiful state of Maine. My website is my name, DebbieLivingston.com, and I will put all these things into the chat room afterwards. I do thank you all for taking the time in your busy day, whatever the day is that you are stepping in, that you took time to be with me today. And remember, you have a body, but you're not that body. You have thoughts, but you're not those thoughts. And you have feelings, but you're not those feelings. Those are all the language that we have as a spirit to let ourselves know what's going on in our personal environment. You're the spirit, the being that gives your body, your temple, its life, its animation, its consciousness on the planet this lifetime. I salute the divinity within each and every one of you, and thank you for spending time with me today. Take care.